191st celebration of the president, our very first president, and the father of our country, George Washington. We are delighted to welcome you today, and we welcome the first unit. Let's make a pledge to our flag. There's a flag behind you and in front of you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Once again, a big welcome. My name is Janet Barnett, and I'm with the very famous Mr. Porter, joining me and providing color commentary today to you for the parade. This year's parade is a little different, as you may know. The route is totally different because the parade will end right up here on Cameron Street at about 3:30, and then you are invited to go to the memorial to help watch the reenactment of the laying of the cornerstone when the memorial was built to honor George Washington in 1923. This is the 100th anniversary. And back then, Calvin Coolidge was there, the former President Taft was there, and today we're going to have former Governor Gilmore there and our mayor of the city, Mayor Justin Wilson. But as you can see, we're now getting ready to welcome our town crier. Ben has been doing this for 12 years, welcoming the city and giving a little story about why we are here today. And as soon as he gets to this podium, he will tell you about the day. You know, when the cornerstone was laid, over 10,000 Masons, Freemasons, came to make the celebration. Today, we have about 2,000 Masons in attendance coming from all over the world. And let's give a big welcome for our town crier. 12 years, Ben. Thank you, Ben. Do you have anything to say to us? There's a parade coming. Well, we thank you. You save your voice, okay? And let's give a big round of applause to our Alexandria Police Motorcycle Escort and the Combined Public Safety Honor Guard. We are so proud of our Alexandria Police Department under the direction, well, he's coming later, our chief. He'll be here soon. Thank you to our public safety motorcycle escort and our public safety guard. Thank you so much for being here. And happy birthday to George Washington. So, you know, we have about 1,000 units in this parade today. This is a big celebration because of the cornerstone. Once again, the color guard, thank you. So because we have a lot of units, there's a lot of movement to this parade. So we're going to be telling you some interesting facts, and with that, I'm going to bring John Porter to the podium.
Thank you, Janet, and everyone, we again welcome you. We're glad you're here with us today. First of all, I'd like to again officially introduce on the stage with us is Governor James Gilmore and his wife. We welcome them. Thank you all very much for being with us. A little brief history of George Washington and Freemasonry as we wait for the parade to make its way down King Street. George Washington joined Freemasonry in the lodge at Fredericksburg, Virginia. He was 20 years old when he received his first degree of entered apprentice on November 4th, 1752. He paid the lodge £2 and 3 shillings to join. 10 days after turning 21, he was passed to the second degree of fellowcraft, and on August the 4th, 1753, he was raised to the third degree of Master Mason. He remained a dues-paying member for the remainder of his life. In 1788, shortly before becoming the first president of the United States, Washington was elected the first worshipful master or first president of Alexandria Lodge number 22. At his first presidential inauguration in 1791, President Washington took his oath of office on a Bible from St. John's Lodge in New York City. During his 2 terms, he received Masonic delegations from several states and participated in the cornerstone laying ceremony of the U.S. Capitol in 1793. A few years after Washington passed away, the Alexandria Lodge petitioned the Grand Lodge of Virginia to change its name to Alexandria Washington Lodge number 22 in memory of our first president, George Washington. After Martha Washington's death, the lodge acquired many valuable items from the Washington estate, including his Masonic apron. With these items and many other curiosities, the lodge opened a museum in 1812. For today only, many of these Masonic relics will be on display at the George Washington Masonic National Memorial, which were brought from around the country for this special occasion. Again, there is a special ceremony for Masons, but the public is invited immediately following today's parade at the George Washington Masonic Memorial. We invite you to join that event.
And while we're waiting for the sheriff to come get us, I want to introduce to you our esteemed judges, right here sitting in front of the red tablecloth. They are going to be judging the following units: the community organizations, the bands, the honor guards, and the military units. And the winners will receive a special surprise. And let me just introduce them. Why don't you all wave to the crowd when I say your name? Rob and Jennifer Hargis, joined by their daughter, Jada, sorry. We have Patrick Malvasso, joined by his granddaughter, Katrina Malvasso, and her mom, Becky. And we have Marianne McIntyre. We are very grateful to the judges, and many of them have been judging, well, I won't say for 291 years, but for a long time. We are so glad that you all who live here and who are visiting have chosen today to spend with us as we honor George Washington, the first president and the father of our country. And soon we're going to see Sheriff Casey, who's been very busy. This morning, the Friendship Fire Company had a breakfast to honor George Washington. And I would say there were about 100 people at the Westin, and it was quite a tribute to both the Friendship Fire Company, which we understand the president was an honorary member, and today the committee keeps the Friendship Fire Company on Alfred Street alive with the different historical fire trucks that were used to put out fires, and the museum, if you haven't been there, is a delight to visit. Here comes Chief Hayes. What happened to the sheriff? Is he? Hey, Sean. Sheriff Casey, sorry. And there's Chief Smedley, Sheriff Casey, and of course, Police Chief Don Hayes. Thank you all for taking time out of your very busy schedules to be with us. We're delighted to have you. Each of these individuals is so dedicated to keeping our city safe in their own way, and we are grateful to them and we thank them. Yay for the Sheriff's Department. Please give them a big shout out. Now we're going to welcome the SAR Color Guard. The Color Guard of Virginia Society of the Sons of the American Revolution is the vanguard of this year's George Washington's Birthday Parade. Sons of the American Revolution seek to promote patriotism, respect for our national flag, the value of American citizenship, and to advance the unifying principles of one nation and one people. The Sons of the American Revolution salute the birth of our nation's first president. Here comes our parade Grand Marshal, George Seegers. He is the Executive Director of the George Washington Masonic Memorial, where we can gather today at 3:30 to commemorate the cornerstone that was laid to build the memorial in 1923. Welcome, George Seegers, Parade Grand Marshal. And look who's standing in front. It's our esteemed mayor, Mayor Justin Wilson. We thank you, Mayor Wilson, for coming out today and for walking. You're getting your steps in. But that's quite a car you have there.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you.
Power up that car one more time. And next, our vice mayor, who just so happens to be a graduate of the former T.C. Williams High School, now Alexandria High School. And I'm not sure if Mr. Ford, oh my goodness, your principal is watching you, Vice Mayor. Do a good job. And is that Blaine driving the car? Oh, there's Blaine. Amy's kids are in the car. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Mayor Amy Wilson. Oh, Amy Jackson. Sorry. Amy, Wilson, Justin, you're good leaders, both of you. Thank you, Vice Mayor Amy Jackson. And it looks like we have Sarah Bagley on her bike. I am told that Councilwoman Bagley is riding a bike courtesy of the Friends of Mount Vernon Trail. She's an avid rider, you need to know, and she says she knows the value of trades to bring health, economy, and air quality to us. And there's a list of the upcoming volunteer trail improvement events, and you just have to visit the MountVernonTrail.org. Got that? MountVernonTrail.org for volunteer events.
Thank you, Sarah.
And next, oh my goodness, we have Councilman Kirk McPike.
Sarah.
He's in his first term, and I don't know how busy you've been this last couple of months, but I'm sure your life has turned out a little differently. He spent many years serving on Alexandria boards and commissions, and he fought affordable housing and budget issues. And his professional life, he's chief of staff to Congressman Mark Takano from California. Ladies and gentlemen, Councilman Kirk McPike. And thank goodness I didn't call him Kirk Wilson. Or Jackson. Here comes John Chapman, and he he brought his family along with him. Thank you for being here, family. Councilman Chapman's in his 4th term on our city council, and you know he's a 4th generation Alexandria. He served on many boards and commissions, and he supports a lot of local interests. He's the founder of the award-winning Manumission Tour Company, which focuses on telling the stories of African Americans in early Alexandria through tours and presentations. Oh, there's Mama. Hi, Michelle. That is one proud mom of Councilman Chapman. Michelle Chapman, thank you for being with us today. And here comes Councilwoman Aaliyah Gaskins. She's got many things to say about her, but she's the proud mama of 2 and 1, which is nearly still a newborn. Councilwoman Gaskins was elected to council in 2021 and is serving her first 3-year term. She's a public health strategist and city planner, and she's worked on hunger policy and affordable housing. She's now a senior program officer at the Melville Charitable Trust, in addition to her duties as a city councilwoman, a mom, and a wife. Councilwoman Aaliyah Gaskins, and that very cool, is it a Corvette?
Yeah.
And here comes, I would say our new city manager, but I believe this is his 2nd parade. City Manager Jim Parajon.
Thank you,
We
Aaliyah. Thank you.
welcome him to his 2nd parade. He's always looking out for us. He succeeded Mark Jenks, who retired in January 22, and he brings 3 decades of experience as a professional planner. Thank you, Mr. Parajon.
Go, you know.
Cool car with the runners driving. Now, what? Oh, it's John Renner's car. Whoa. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here comes, oh my goodness, look who's coming. Our acting superintendent, Dr. Melanie K. Wyatt. Do you want to do this one? I'm going to turn you over to John Porter.
We welcome Dr. Melanie K. Wyatt, Acting Superintendent of Schools, and Megan Alderton, our School Board Chair. Welcome, thank you for joining today's parade.
No.
They are followed by 2 school board members, Michelle Reif and Abdelrahman El-Rubi. Congratulations on being here today. We thank you for participating.
Yeah.
Following our school board representation is Douglas Bradburn. He's the director of Mount Vernon. Douglas spoke this morning at the Friendship Fire Veterans Association breakfast. It would be difficult talking about George Washington and Alexandria without discussing his estate. Doug Bradburn, PhD, became the 11th director of George Washington's Mount Vernon, first joining Mount Vernon in 2013 when he was named founding director of the George Washington Presidential Library. He is an award-winning author and well-known scholar of early American history. Thank you for joining us today, Doug.
Thank you, Brad. I'm a volunteer. Thank you so much.
We welcome the parade silver sponsors. How are you? Hey, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. Brothers Paving and Concrete, welcome. Thank you. And following our silver sponsors, we want to give a huge round of applause to General George Washington and Martha. General Washington has had connections to Alexandria from the beginning. His brother petitioned the House of Burgesses to establish a town on the Potomac River. Young George helped with surveying the area, with his brother later buying one of the original lots. Then, after his lifetime of service, he was welcomed home from his presidency at Mr. John Gadsby's Tavern, where he also returned to celebrate his birthdays in 1798 and then at his birthnight ball in 1799. Washington's birthday was celebrated almost continuously since his death in 1799, but Alexandria's parade is the country's oldest. In 1976, the City of Alexandria formally created the George Washington Birthday Celebration Committee as the official committee to organize and carry out the city's annual celebration. The George Washington Birthday Parade can bring crowds up to 80,000 to join in the festivities. Let's give another round of applause for General George Washington and Martha, our first President of the United States.
And get ready to greet that great monthly newspaper, the Zebra Press. Mary Wadlin, the greatest editor. Where's Lucille? Is Lucille here? She's probably taking pictures. There's Nina Tessera. Hi, Mary Wadlin. The Zebra Press, good news in Alexandria since 2010. This is a monthly publication, and of course, they have copies of their paper with them. Thanks for participating today, the Zebra Press. Welcome the Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps. Just look at how organized they are. Look at their uniforms. Marching with the sons of the American Revolution is the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps. They are stationed at Fort Myer, Virginia, and they participated in these parades for many, many years. The musicians of the United States Army Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps wear red coats with blue trim instead of blue coats with red trim. Please welcome the Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps. President children of the American Revolution. And more sons of the American Revolution. Pretty cool car. Did you drive that back in the day? Doesn't look like a horse to me. Sergeant Major John Chapter of the SAR, Sons of the American Revolution. Thank you very much. What an interesting float you have. Thank you very much. And here we have the Cherry Challenge winner. Yay! Here we have the Masons of California, and lots of them. Thank you for coming all the way from California to Alexandria, Virginia. We hope your flight was great. Unless you drove, don't know. And we are so honored that you are with us today to honor George Washington, but to also honor us as guests to our city. Thank you, California, for sending the Masons to Alexandria, Virginia. And now we have Masons from the great state of Alabama. Thank you for coming to honor this very special day, the 291st birthday of our first president, and to help with the reenactment of the laying of the first cornerstone of the memorial. Thank you so much for honoring us by your presence. Alaska, the 50th state. Yay! Yay! Now we're going to have that kind of a dry state, meaning weather, Arizona. Welcome the Masons from Arizona. Boy, the parade committee wasn't kidding when they said we were going to have 2,000 Masons. You know, 100 years ago, 10,000 came. But we love our 2,000. Welcome and thank you for coming to Alexandria, Virginia. Arkansas. Yay to Fayetteville, yay to Little Rock. Those are the two towns I'm very familiar with. Thank you. Arkansas. Grand Lodge of Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Bulgaria. May John Porter and I tell you, on behalf of the George Washington Birthday Committee and on behalf of our whole city, how grateful we are for the distance that you traveled to come to celebrate with us today. Thank you so much. Looks like we've got some folks from Colorado. Yay! Welcome. Did you take friendship? Never mind. Hey, welcome. And from Connecticut? New Mexico. And maybe now Connecticut. Forgive us. Thank you for coming from the Northeast to our city. Mr. Porter just said we're going to start flipping coins. But you know what? From wherever you are most welcome to the city of Alexandria. We are honored that you have joined us today. Thank you very much. And welcome to our city and enjoy it. We have lots of history, lots of fun, and lots of great people. You are more than welcome. And here we have a boss, George Washington Masonic National Memorial Centennial Cornerstone Rededication and Parade. Oh, that's the Connecticut bus, Mr. Porter told me. This is from the little but mighty state of Delaware. Yay for Delaware. Just about a 2-hour drive from here, I think. This unit is comprised of 28 lodges with membership over 4,500 brothers. And how many of you are there today with us? About 150, 75 of you? Okay, that makes good sense. And as we've said to all the Masons who have passed before you, thank you for being with us. You're more than welcome to be with us. We are honored that you came, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the dedication or the reenactment of the cornerstone. That happened 100 years ago, and now we're going to reenact it. Thank you so much.
Next in the parade, the Old Dominion Boat Club, which was founded in 1880, was formed to support Alexandrians in the pursuit of water-related activities, most notably rowing and sailing. Early 1881, ODBC was home to many of Virginia's most noted rowing trophies, and in 1885, Old Dominion Boat Club held its first regatta on the Potomac River. In 1947, Old Dominion Boat Club started the first high school rowing program in the city at George Washington High School. It was the only one at the time of its founding, and it represented ODBC. In the 143 years since ODBC was formed, the club has grown and is the second oldest boat club in the state of Virginia. The club's purposes have expanded to combine a dedication to water sports with a tradition to build on promoting charitable and community support for Alexandria and our broader community. They are a proud bronze sponsor this year of the George Washington Birthday Parade. Thank you, ODBC. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you for all you've done over the years. The Old Town Festival of Speed and Style, presented by Burke and Herbert Bank, will combine over 100 rare and unusual supercars from around the world with the elegance and style of Old Town, while raising money for worthwhile charities that directly impact our community. They're being led by former Mayor Allison Silverberg. Welcome, Allison, and welcome Old Town Festival of Speed and Style. This year's festival will support two great Alexandria nonprofits, Alive and the Campagna Center. The Old Town Festival of Speed and Style is free and open to all. This year's event will take place on Sunday, May 21st, so put that on your calendar, in the heart of Old Town on King Street. It will be an eclectic mix of grand touring sports cars from the 50s through the 80s, whose marquees have the connection to endurance racing, such as also there'll be a few exotic, unique, rare, and unusual modern-day automobiles. Plan to see you in May. We've got a variety of different samples today from the Old Town Festival of Speed and Style. Let's give them a round of applause. Watch out, Allison. Don't encourage them. Don't encourage them. Don't want anybody hurt you. Yeah, you would. Coming up next are parishioners of historic Christ Church. Historic Christ Church is celebrating their 250th anniversary. All are welcome at Christ Church. Join them in celebrating this historic year. For those who are new or haven't been to Christ Church, they welcome visitors, both for services and to view the history in this historic setting. So come by Cameron, Washington, and Columbus Streets. Welcome. Next in line, in today's parade, the Gadsby Tavern Museum Society. Let's give them a round of applause. The Gadsby's Tavern Museum Society is a 501c3 nonprofit, all-volunteer organization of civic-spirited citizens who are dedicated to raising funds for the preservation, enhancement, and interpretation of the Gadsby's Tavern Museum and its history, as well as the promotion of its many educational, cultural, and outreach programs. We also help keep the spirit of the tavern alive by holding events where Americans have been gathering for over 200 years, and as I'm told, it was one of George Washington's favorite places to visit. Welcome. Thank you for being here and for all you do for our community.
Next, we're going to welcome the Friends of Alexandria Archaeology. They are known for getting their hands really dirty, but they find all kinds of artifacts for us, and we're so glad that they are with us in our parade today. They have provided support for the City of Alexandria Archaeology Program for over 30 years. Thank you for your work. And one person is holding a sign, free school lessons for Alexandria City Public School. Take advantage of that. Friends of Alexandria Archaeology, thank you for doing what you do. Getting your hands really dirty. Fifth Platoon, U.S. Infantry, thank you for your service. The 5th Platoon is a group of military historians and reenactors who are passionate in their pursuit and preservation of World War II African American military history, with a goal to inform the public about the largely untold history of black soldiers in World War II, while maintaining a constant level of fun and enjoyment in the reenactment process. Thank you for your service. And I'll just add, in early March of 1945, more than 2,000 hastily trained African Americans entered the front lines in Germany to fight alongside white soldiers and infantry and armored divisions engaged in the final battle of World War II in Europe. Listen closely, these men were formed into 52 all-black platoons comprised of about 50 men each. An infantry company at full strength has 4 platoons. The additional 50 men, or 5th platoon, was added to each white company, which is where the name 5th platoon was derived. Gentlemen, we thank you for your service. We are grateful to you, and we honor you. Here comes the Alexandria Democratic Committee. Committee. Hello, Democrats. You've got a lot of city council people standing up cheering you this afternoon. Thank you for being in our parade and join us at the cornerstone reenactment. Thank you for being with us, the Democratic Committee. Oh boy, you know, there's another parade coming up in Alexandria on March the 4th, and Hoop Valley Shanners will be organizing that parade on March the 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, the Valley Shanners, organizers of the Alexandria St. Patrick's Day Parade, which this year will be held on Saturday, March 4th. Thank you for being with us. Woodbine Rehabilitative and Health Center, located on King Street in Alexandria. Thank you for being on our, oh, look at Jane Hughes run. Jane Hughes, run, Jane, run.
Who wants the St. Patrick's Day Parade?
For rehab and health, you want to call Woodbine Rehab at 703. Write this down, you never know, we never know. 836-8838 or woodbinerehab.com. Did you get your shot, Jane? Here come the Girl Scouts.
We are welcoming the Girl Scouts. It's cookie time. Girl Scouts from the Kingstown area love to camp, craft, serve the community, and of course, sell cookies. Girl Scouting builds girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout. Welcome, Girl Scouts from Kingstown. Welcome. That's a large group, folks. Give them a round of applause again. Thank you. Uh-oh, cookies. Some people, wait, some are eating the cookies. Remember sharing. We welcome Girl Scout Troop 60127. 60127. To local Girl Scout 4th grade troop 60127. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. What, no cookies? Oh, later, okay. Now we're joined by Daisy Troop 60269. They're from Alexandria's Delray neighborhood. Welcome. Daisy Troop 60269. Thank you for being here. You're doing a great job carrying that banner. Wave. Everybody wave. Yay. Great job. Great job. And more cookies, I might add. We welcome the American Heritage Girl Scout Troop 0325. This is a program that teaches and promotes girl leadership and also builds women of integrity through service to God, family, community, and country. They're associated with Silicon St. Mary's. Welcome, American Heritage Girls Troop 0325. They are followed by Brownie Troop 60237, also from the Delray neighborhood in Alexandria. Welcome Brownie Troop 60237. They got candy. Candy. Those aren't cookies you're throwing over. Candy. Thanks for the candy. Next in the program is Trail Life USA Troop, Virginia 1115, and American Heritage Girls Troop, Virginia 1115. American Heritage Girls is a premier national character development organization for young women that embraces Christian values and encourages family involvement. As mentioned before, their mission is to build women of integrity through service to God, family, and community, and their country. Trail Life USA's vision is to be the premier national character development organization for young men, which produces godly and responsible husbands, fathers, and citizens. Their mission is to guide generations of courageous young men to honor God, lead with integrity, serve others, and experience outdoor adventure. Thank you, Trail Life USA Troop and American Heritage Girls Troops, VA 1115. We have another Girl Scout troop. Welcome. Thank you very much for being with us. Next in order is Girl Scout Troop 60263. This is Alexandria Country Day School's 5th grade junior Girl Scout Troop. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Working together to carry that banner. Thank you. Welcome to Freemasons of the District of Columbia. This is the Grand Lodge, which is a group composed of members of the Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the District of Columbia, more commonly known as Freemasons. Freemasonry is a benevolent, fraternal organization comprised of men of every faith, creed, race, and ethnicity. It is the world's largest and oldest fraternity and found in every corner of the world. Freemasons dedicate themselves to becoming better men by contributing to the community, studying philosophy, and practicing philanthropy. There are more than 5,000 Masons in the capital area and nearly 1 million members nationwide.
And let us welcome the Freedom Military Lodge number 1775. This lodge is from the District of Columbia. Thanks for coming over. Oh my goodness! Grand Lodge of Hawaii. Thank you. Forgive me for my error. This is the smallest and youngest of American jurisdictions, consisting of 11 constituent lodgings and about 1,500 members. And let me just say, this book's a little out of order, okay? So I'm not that horrible. Let's welcome St. Paul 500 Lodge 500, ancient, free, and accepted Masons of the state of Illinois. Thanks for being with us. This lodge has been active since 1866. Were you there in 1866? You? No. I'm just thinking you're looking really good. So anyway, they've been active since 1866 in the land of Lincoln and have made the journey to join us on this historic occasion. And on a serious note, we are very grateful to welcome you to our city and thank you for making the trip to celebrate our parade and to join in the reenactment at the Masonic Memorial. Thank you so much. The Grand Lodge, F&AM State of Indiana, the Brethren of the most worshipful Grand Lodge of Free and Accepted Masons of the state of Indiana, led by their Grand Master, Richard L. Lentz. Where are you, Richard? Thank you, Mr. Lentz, for being with us. This organization was founded on January 12, 1818. Thank you all for coming from Indiana. And like all the other Masons we've welcomed, we welcome you as well. We hope you enjoy our historic city of Alexandria. I'm pretty sure this is the Grand Lodge of Kentucky. Oh! Yeah, just like we said. Okay, I'll flip the page. We welcome you. We're glad all 5 of you made the trip from Iowa. Could this be Kentucky? Yay! We got it right! Welcome, the Grand Lodge of Kentucky. It's home to more than 340 lodges and nearly 30,000 Freemasons, having been organized in October of 1800. Throughout its history, Kentucky Freemasons have counted amongst a number of renowned orators like Henry Clay and past Grand Commander John Henry Powers. It is currently led by its 213th Grandmaster, most recent, E. Darren Wilson. Mr. Wilson, are you with us? Welcome, Mr. Wilson. Welcome, Kentucky Freemasons. Thanks for making the trip to Alexandria. And as usual, we thank you for being with us in our historic city of Alexandria. We'll see you at the reenactment, okay? All 2,000 of you. Crescent Lodge? Crescent Hill. Crescent Hill Lodge, number 456, a traditional observance lodge from Louisville, Kentucky, and their distinguished guests. Thank you, sir. Be careful with that sword. And welcome to each and every one of you. Enjoy our city. NW York Grand Lodge of Mexico. And AM, York Grand Lodge of Mexico, free and accepted Masons. Thank you for being with us. We are proud to welcome you to our city. I have a flag just like yours in front of my house. And how do you like our city? We welcome you, and we hope you enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you at the reenactment. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 who joined us today. We're grateful to you for coming. Thank you, Grand Lodge of Mexico. Free and accepted. Baja California. We had a lot of folks from California who came 3,000 miles to our historic city. We welcome you. How was the trip across country? And are you enjoying our city? Thank you so much for coming. I wish I could read your badge. Muy respectable gran logia de estado. I did my best. Thank you, gracias. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, and welcome again to our city. our neighbors to the north. Thank you for being with us today. Just a quick trip down, and we appreciate your coming. Three cities from Canada, we welcome provinces: Manitoba, Alberta, Ontario. And thank you for the beautiful Canadian side of the Niagara Falls. Very beautiful. Thank you and welcome again, and thank you for being with us. Yay for Maine. Yay for Maine. Grand Lodge of Maine, accepted and Freemasons, has 180 lodges with over 16,000 members. They're under the direction of current Grand Master. The Grand Lodge supports many charities and activities. The Maine Masonic College was established in 2005 as one of the first Masonic learning centers in the country. Thank you. Beautiful weather in Maine in the summer. We like it. How's the weather in the winter?
Thank you for leading it there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give all of the Masons that have traveled from around the world to be here today. We welcome them. Next, we've got some Cub Scouts. Bring them on. We start off with Cub Scout Pack 801. That's not the Cub Scouts. It was chartered by First Christian Church of Alexandria and is based around Douglas MacArthur Elementary School and the Seminary Hill and George Washington Park community. Welcome, Pack 801. Let's give them a round of applause.
So that's going out.
Give them a wave.
So that's what's going out. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
It looks okay. Yeah, because so here.
Next, we have Cub Scout Pack 680.
Yeah, it's good, okay.
Cub Scout Pack 680 is chartered to the Friends of Alexandria Catholic Scouting. Welcome, Cub Scouts, Pack 680. Thank you for joining us today and marching in our parade. Doing a great job. They are followed by Cub Scout Pack 614. Oh, they got a chant going. They are sponsored by James K. Polk Elementary PTA. They have been for more than 65 years. They are a very active pack with scouts from multiple schools in the area. They have fun with Pinewood Derby races, camping, and extra fun den meetings. They also participate in service projects like mulching at Blessed Sacrament, scouting for food in our neighborhood, and cleaning up of our parks. They have great volunteer leadership. They welcome all interested in scouting, and we thank you for joining us today. Let's give them a round of applause. Pack 614. Start the chant again. Thank you. Six 14. There we go. There's Frank Fannin, former city council member, walking at the back. Hey, Frank. Next in line is Cub Scout Pack 301. 301 is chartered by the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 609 at the Alexandria National Cemetery. We welcome you, Pack 301. And Mardi Gras jumping in at the back of the pack. It's a party. P-A-R-T. Yeah, throwing candy, getting some candy. It's Mardi Gras. Thank you all for joining us. Next, we're joined by Cub Scout Pack 1519. Welcome, Pack 1519. So glad you could join us today. Great job with those flags. Pack 1519. Welcome. They are followed by Cub Scout Pack 129. 129 is the oldest continuously running pack in the city of Alexandria, being chartered in 1942 by Westminster Presbyterian Church. Welcome. Like the walking sticks. Yeah, and the flags. Mr. Angelo, how are you, sir? Keep it rolling. Wonderful. Thank you all for being here. Next is Cub Scout Pack 867. Welcome, Pack 867. So glad you could join us today. Your flag bearers are doing a tremendous job, as are your banner bearers. They are doing a wonderful job. Thank you all so much for marching in today's parade. Thank you. Next, we have Cub Scout Pack 1076, sponsored by the Franconia Moose Lodge 1076. Excuse me, I may have that wrong. 1515, excuse me, got a little out of order there. Troop Pack 1515 and Pack 1515, they're chartered by the Andrew Jackson Lodge number 120. Now, Cub Scout Pack 1076, sponsored by the Franconia Moose Lodge. They've got a group. Welcome, Cub Scout Pack 1076. Glad to have you in today's parade. We've got scouts all over the place. That's the way to come to a parade. The parents march and the scouts ride. That's not a bad deal. Count me in. I want to join your pack. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, approaching the reviewing stand now is the 1st Virginia Regiment of the Continental Line. The recreated 1st Virginia Regiment was organized in 1975 and incorporated as a nonprofit educational organization. The regiment gives camp and tactical demonstrations, participates in battle reenactments, and has a comprehensive educational program. The recreated 1st Virginia is composed of men and women who body camp life and the soldier of the Revolutionary War as living history. Welcome to the 1st Virginia Regiment of the Continental Line. You may want to cover your ears, folks.
Good job, cover your ears.
I was going to warn you, you might want to cover them again. I think we're going to do it again. Nope. Nope. One more time. All right. Thank you again, 1st Virginia Regiment of the Continental Line. We appreciate you. Following the 1st Virginia Regiment is Rockland's Barbecue and Grilling Company. They've been serving their wood-only barbecue to loyal DC area fans since 1990, when John Snedden opened his first store on Wisconsin Avenue in Washington, D.C. After catering for the Clintons at their first state dinner, they grew to open their Alexandria location in 2004 at 25 South Quaker Lane as both a restaurant and catering kitchen. They now have 3 locations, provide full-service catering, food trucks, and home products. Thank you, Rocklands, for being a part of our community. You buy a pint, you get a free super sandwich, super cider. Slider, excuse me, I'm old. Visit Rocklands, we appreciate you. Thank you for being part of our community.
Shy girls turn into confident young women. Show your confidence, ladies. Their members grow alongside their peers and find their voice in a safe and supportive environment. The girls lead themselves and plan their own activities, learning teamwork and problem solving along the way. Their mission is centered on supporting the next generation of leaders. Well, you all do not look shy to me. Love that red hair. Love the crown. You all are beautiful, smart, confident young women, and we thank you for being with us. And I want to give a shout out, I don't know if those are your parents, but the adults who encourage these young women to do what they do. Continue your confidence, ladies. Joe's daughters. Virginia Regional Federation of Girls is a proud member of the International Order of Rainbow for nonprofit organization that strives to give girls from ages 6 to 20 the tools, training, and encouragement to let their individual spirit shine bright. Yay! And by providing members with a safe, fun, caring environment where responsible older girls can interact and mentor younger girls through family and home. We've been around since 1922. You all were just not even thought of when this group was formed, and it was young women whose fathers were members of the Masonic Lodge and their friends. Although the Christian minister named W. Mark Sexton founded the organization, today the leaders of Rainbow Girls respect and welcome girls from all religions. Woohoo! Congratulations on what you're doing, young women. Thank you so much. Let's welcome, coming up, Maryland Grand Commandery of Knights Templar. This group is based upon the practice of Christian virtues, moral values, and spiritual lessons. Their members are urged to live their lives as Christian knights. The Maryland Commandery is proud to have a heritage dating back to 1790. They recently celebrated its 150th anniversary. Their ground commandery was constituted in May 1871 when 3 existing commanderies petitioned the Grand Encampment for a Grand Commandery in Maryland. That's a lot of words there, gentlemen. There are now 11 commendaries located throughout Maryland, including as far east as Salisbury and as far west as Cumberland. And like all of our units, we welcome you, and we are glad that you've joined us in our celebration of our first president and father of our country. Thank you, gentlemen.
We have our Grand Commander in Knights Templar of Virginia. It's a Christian-oriented fraternal organization beholden to the Grand Encampment Knights Templar of the United States of America, committed to attracting and retaining Christian Masons of high quality who strive for self-improvement and the opportunity to make a positive difference in Templar Masonry and in their communities. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's give them a round of applause. We now welcome the Grand Lodge of Maryland, which was founded in 1787. It is headquartered in Cockeysville, Maryland. Today, Grand Master Frederick A. Spicer is joined by the Brethren of Maryland. Grand Master Spicer, wave your hand for us. Welcome, thank you for joining us. Enjoy the upcoming ceremony. Now approaching the reviewing stand is Washington Lodge number 3, AF and AM Maryland. Here is Maryland's Washington Lodge number 3, Maryland's oldest lodge. It was established in 1770. Welcome. See you at the ceremony, at the reenactment. Next is the Thomas J. Shyrock Lodge number 223 from Hollywood, Maryland. No? Where are you all from? Glen Burnie, Maryland. Welcome. We get some things wrong. This is Glen Burnie Lodge number 213. Thank you for joining us. No mistake about the next one. It's Oatenden Lodge number 209 of Maryland. It's been a proud member of the Oatenden Fort Meade community since 1908. Welcome, Masons. We're glad you were able to join us for this momentous occasion, the 100th anniversary of the laying of the cornerstone. And now, the Grand Lodge of Masons of Massachusetts, with their Grand Master George F. Hamilton leading them. The Grand Lodge of Massachusetts dates back to 1733. It was the first in the New World and the third oldest of the Grand Lodges of England and Ireland. Formerly organized under the leadership of Henry Price, Boston's first Masons met at the Bunch of Grapes Tavern. Notable Massachusetts Masons include past masters Joseph Warren, Paul Revere, and Isaiah Thomas, as well as more contemporary brothers such as retired Chief Justice of the Massachusetts Superior Court, Robert Stedman, and former New England Patriot and NFL Hall of Famer, John Hanrock. John Hanrock. Welcome and thank you for joining us. We now welcome the Grand Lodge F&AM of Michigan. Masonry started in Michigan in 1764 when a lodge was chartered in Detroit. This lodge was the first lodge established west of the Allegheny Mountains. Today, Grand Master Leonard Kelly Davis presides over 280 lodges in Michigan in both the lower and upper peninsulas. These lodges hold a membership of over 31,000 Masons. The history of Michigan can be traced by the development of Masonic lodges as the state was settled from east to west. Welcome and thank you.
As we welcome the next group of Masons, I do want to commend and acknowledge our Grand Marshal of the Parade, George Sievers, who is the Executive Director of the George Washington Masonic Memorial. And what an honor it is to have so many Masons with us today. 2,000 we are told.
The Ann Arbor Fraternity Lodge, number 262, which met in Ann Arbor, Michigan, in an area which was originally established in 1827. It was known as the Western Star Lodge. Interestingly, the city of Ann Arbor has connections to Virginia. It was founded in 1824 by Elijah W. Rumsey of New York and John Allen from Augusta County, Virginia. We now welcome the Grand Lodge of Minnesota. Freemasonry in the territory of what is now Minnesota began in 1849. The Grand Lodge of Minnesota is comprised of 125 lodges with a membership of almost 12,000 brothers. Minnesota Freemasonry has had such prominent members as Vice President Hubert H. Humphrey, Governor and Senator Harold Stassen, founder of the Patrons of Husbandry, the Grange, Oliver H. Kelly, and Doctors William and Charles Mayo. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, Grand Lodge of Minnesota. Now approaching is the Grand Lodge of Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons of Montana. It's comprised of more than 82 lodges with a membership of more than 3,500 brothers. Montana Freemasonry has had such prominent members, including most of the early governors and judges in the territory and state, current U.S. Senator John Tester, U.S. Representative Denny Rayburn, actor Wallace Kurth, and singer Mel Tillis. Welcome, Grand Lodge of Montana. Now approaching the reviewing stand is the Grand Lodge of Nebraska. I think we're getting everyone. North Dakota, South Dakota, oh, don't make that mistake. The Grand Lodge of South Dakota. Let's welcome the Grand Lodge of South Dakota. We thank you for joining us today. Sorry for the confusion. And followed by the Grand Lodge of Nebraska, which was chartered in 1857, predating their statehood by 10 years. 110 local lodges and more than 8,000 brothers. Distinguished brothers include William F., better known as Buffalo Bill Cody, General of the Army John J. Pershing, Secretary of State and 3 times presidential candidate William Jennings Bryan, newscaster Floyd Calvert, and Baseball Hall of Famers Grover Cleveland Alexander, Dazzy Alexander, and Richie Ashburn. The Nebraska Lodge is followed by the Grand Lodge of Nevada. The Grand Lodge of Nevada has 39 lodges and over 3,000 members. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. Brothers International, welcome. Sorry you weren't in the program. Line of order, we're glad you're with us today. Thank you so much. Let's welcome the Navy Color Guard and their support. Legioners are well established and noted member of our community and many communities nationwide. We welcome and thank them for joining us today. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. We also welcome the state commander from American Legion, Virginia, and those that support it. Thank you. Another American Legion contingent, the 17th District from Virginia. Welcome, Legionnaires. Thank you for being with us. This is the State Adjutant American Legion of Virginia. We now welcome American Legion Post 24. In 1929, American Legion Post 24 veterans of the First World War saved Gadsby's Tavern from demolition. They have been supporting veterans in Alexandria for over 100 years. Here, American Legion Post 24 is marching with flags of the American Revolution and the headquarters flag of General George Washington. With them are special guests and supporters, including Department Commander Rick Ortell and his wife Susan, Department Adjutant David Stein, Department Vice Commander Loretta Lockhart, American Legion Post 290's Department Level Color Guard Unit, 17th District Commander Steve Hunter, many Legion riders, and other Legionnaires from Northern Virginia. The American Legion riders are arguably the most visible pillar of the American Legion family. They're well known for their charitable work, which has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for local children's schools, veterans' homes, severely wounded veterans, and scholarships. Thank you, American Legion Riders! Give it up! There we go.
worthwhile causes such as the Alexandria Scholarship Fund. The chapter has a rich history which includes a connection to George Washington, and is a member of the Daughters of the American Revolution and the owner of Imagine Artware. Check it out, corner of King and Fayette Street. We welcome the Kate Waller Barrett, chapter of the Daughters of American Revolution. This group has been serving Alexandria and honoring Dr. Kate Waller Barrett since 1925. They embrace the tenets of patriotism, historic preservation, and education. Kate Waller Barrett, welcome. We thank you. We thank you for your patriotism. And you all look pretty darn comfortable. Yummy, here comes the chili. Let's welcome Hard Times Cafe. It says when George Washington crossed the Delaware River, he and his men experienced hard times. This float features the signature Hard Times Cafe, 1941 Chevy pickup, and white horse that sits in front of the Hard Times Cafe. And it does sit out there. It's quite interesting. Thank you for coming out today. Yummy nachos, chili dogs, great cornbread. And we want to give a shout out to the late Fred Parker. He did it all. I think we have more Masons coming. Are you all from New Jersey? Members of the most ancient and honorable society of free and accepted Masons from the state of New Jersey. Today, Grandmaster David Tucker presides over the Grand Lodge. Hey, Mr. Tucker, are you with us today? Welcome to the city. On behalf of all of us, including our mayor and members of City Council, we welcome you, we welcome all of the Masons who have come to celebrate this very great day. Thank you for being with us all the way from New Jersey. These are all from New Jersey, says Mr. Porter. Big turnout from the state of New Jersey. Thank you so much. From the mountains to the prairie, to the ocean, where we fall. To stop singing. Okay. Grand Lodge of New York. Welcome to New York, the Grand Lodge Masons. We welcome the most worshipful Richard Kessler. Can you give us a wave? Welcome. The Grand Lodge was organized on December 15th, 1780. And over the history of the Grand Lodge of New York, there have been over 65 Grand Masters. What an honor to you, Mr. Kessler. Each has contributed to the welfare of both Masons and people of the state of New York and the United States of America through their service as governors, senators, representatives, judges, doctors, and lawyers. Thank you so much for coming to Alexandria. And now I believe we're welcoming the St. John's Lodge number 1. No? Oh, no. my goodness, we're way off. We are way off. Grand Lodge of North Carolina. The Lodge of Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons. They were founded in 1771 and reestablished in 1787. What happened between those years? It has 360 blue lodges representing all 100 counties in the state. Wow. Marching are the current Grand Masters, the Junior Grand Warden, and the current and post-Grand Secretary and the Assistant Grand Secretary. Raise your hand. Hands of everybody I just said, all you grand people. Thank you. Welcome to our city. And we are sorry for messing up here. Huzzah! Thank you, Grand Lodge of North Carolina. And yay, we're getting this one right. The Grand Lodge, Free and Accepted Masons of Ohio. A lot of them from Ohio. So you have a lot of famous people that were involved in your lodge. President Garfield, Chief Justice William Howard Taft, who presided in 1923 at the Cornerstone Lane, and President William McKinley, and astronaut John Glenn. We are in good company. Thank you, Ohio! Thank you for coming. Could this be Oklahoma? Woohoo! It's notable in that it was formed by the merger of two existing Grand Lodges, the Grand Lodge of Indian Territory and the Grand Lodge of Oklahoma. In 1909, 2 years after the two territories joined to form the state of Oklahoma, the two territorial Grand Lodges combined to form the present Grand Lodge. We thank you for coming all the way from Oklahoma. We hope you enjoy our city. Our mayor, our council members, and all of us welcome you. And we'll see you at the reenactment, okay? Thanks for being with us.
Now we welcome the Masonic Grand Lodge of Oregon. It's led by Most Worshipful Brother Mark Coaster, Grand Master. Mark? There we go. There's Mark. Welcome, all of you. Grand Lodge of Oregon presides over 100 lodges and has more than 5,300 Master Masons. Oregon Freemasonry continues to work in support of its members, its families, and communities around the state. The philanthropy and charitable work respond to the many needs from disaster relief to the care of the aged. Financial assistance and scholarships are also provided for those who otherwise may not be able to reach their potential. Oregon, we thank you for joining us today. We wish you the best at the ceremony up the hill as we come. Thank you for being here. We now welcome the Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania. The Right Worshipful Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania presides over 400 lodges and more than 100,000 brother Masons. Among many illustrious Pennsylvania Masons are Major General and Pennsylvania Governor John Frederick Hartranft, Benjamin Franklin, who was Grand Master in 1734. The same year he published Anderson's Constitutions, the first Masonic book printed in America. And of course, Hall of Fame golfer Arnold Palmer. Welcome, Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania. Thank you for being with us today. This is Homestead Lodge 218 from the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania, and member of the Society of Washington Lodges, representing the 14th Masonic District of the Grand Lodge of Pennsylvania. Welcome. Thank you for being with us. They were chartered in 1843. Love the blue. Terrific. Looks good. Welcome, and we look forward to seeing you at the reenactment in a few minutes. Next, we welcome the symbolic Grand Lodge of Paraguay. Freemasonry has existed there since the 1840s. The symbolic Grand Lodge of Paraguay is the only Grand Lodge in the country that is recognized and maintains the most amicable relations with the Grand Lodge of England since the year 1910. And both of these lodges have ratified the relationship and recognition in both 2011 and 2018. Welcome and thank you for that long trip. We're glad you could be with us today. We now have the Grand Lodge of Ecuador. Founded on July 19th, 1921, they are celebrating 102 years of Masonic work. Today, there are 64 lodges in 24 provinces made up of 5 districts. 4 past Grand Masters, including presidents, ministers, and scientific prominent figures of Ecuador. The lodge is represented by Gran Logia de Ecuador, Most Worshipful Grand Master Hector Gabriel Veneces A. Cortázar, and Right Worshipful Gustavo Terán, Grand Representative of Ecuador. Thank you for being with us. Now we welcome the Alexandria Pipes and Drums. They've been representing the city and entertaining its citizens for over 50 years. Combining precision marching with innovative musical arrangements, the band plays a prominent role in parades, festivals, and special events throughout the greater D.C. area. They are patterned after a traditional British military pipe band with over 20 active pipers and drummers. They are under the direction and leadership of Pipe Major John Sprague, Drum Major Joshua Cease, and Drum Sergeant Mike Bryan. Let's hear it for the Alexandria Pipes and Drums. Katy Division 1, Ancient Order of Hibernians. It's the oldest Irish Catholic fraternal organization founded in 1836. The ancient order traces its roots back to similar societies in Ireland that have existed for more than 300 years. Welcome, thank you. Next in the parade order, the Alexandria Singers. It's a community pops course providing the opportunity to learn and perform American choral music in Alexandria, the greater D.C. metro area, and even internationally. It's now in its 48th year. The Singers continue its legacy as a contributor to the arts, with a large and diverse membership committed to serving the community through accessible performance and educational activities, celebrating the positive impact of choral singing. Next in line, Rooftop Chimney Sweeps. Rooftop Chimney Sweeps. It's a locally owned family chimney company. They're here to serve and would love to assist you with any work needed on your chimney. Thank you, Rooftop. Next, approaching the reviewing stand, Let's hear it for Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. This is the local Alexandria group. Moms Demand Action is a grassroots movement of Americans fighting for public safety measures that can protect people from gun violence. Thank you for joining us, Moms Demand Action. We got everybody. Welcome. Thank you all for joining us. We now welcome the Grand Master and Grand Council of the Grand Lodge of Rhode Island. Masons. Thank you for being with us today. We look forward to seeing you at the program. Do we have Texas approaching? No. One more time. Oh, this is MacArthur 427 Brethren from South Carolina. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for the mess up there. That's on me. Next, we welcome the Grand Lodge of Texas. The elected officers of the Grand Lodge of Texas are here for today's ceremony and for today's parade. We appreciate you joining us. Yay, Texas. Well, except for the Cowboys. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Next, we welcome Alexandria, Washington Lodge number 22 from the Masonic District 1A, Virginia's most famous lodge, who happens to also be a bronze level sponsor of the parade. They're located here in Alexandria, and this is the lodge where George Washington was asked to be their first worshipful master or first president, and Washington accepted. Lodge has been active in the community since the 1780s and is the driving force behind the founding of the George Washington Masonic National Memorial. The Lodge is still going strong in its 240th year. They invite you up to the hill later today, but also to drop by to visit and tour the George Washington Masonic National Memorial or attend one of their dinners the second Thursday of each month. This is Andrew Jackson Lodge number 120 from Alexandria. Welcome, Andrew Jackson Lodge 120. Longtime lodge in our community.
Thanks for coming. We're going to welcome the Herndon Masonic Lodge. Thanks for being with us. They're celebrating 125 years serving Freemasonry in the greater Herndon, Virginia area. Thank you. Mr. Seeger, our Grand Marshal, I'm sure you're feeling very proud of all the Masons who have come to honor today and what we're going to reenact on the Masonic Memorial a little bit later. Let's welcome Warwick Lodge, 336. As part of the Masonic fraternity of the Commonwealth of Virginia, this lodge was officially chartered on February 15th, 1922. Just a year before the cornerstone of the Masonic Memorial was laid. It is located inside the valley of the Scottish Rite Newport News in Newport News, Virginia, and is one of 8 Blue Lodges in District 14. Thanks for being with us today. And now we welcome Springfield Lodge, I'm just down 395, Springfield, Virginia. Welcome. How was the traffic today? Okay? Good. Cherrydale, Columbia, Lodge number 42 from Arlington, Virginia. Thanks for being with us today, all the way from Arlington. We have a lot in common with them. Hi. Olive Branch? Yay! Olive Branch number 114. Brothers of Olive Branch Lodge number 114 from Leesburg, Virginia. 267 to 28 North to Leesburg. And let us welcome, could this possibly be the Ocean View Lodge? Woohoo! All the way from Norfolk, Virginia. They're celebrating their 100th anniversary, and they continue to support the community through services to youth organizations, the Children's Hospital of King's Daughter, and veterans associations in Norfolk. Thank you and welcome, and enjoy our city. Let's give a big welcome to the Aquacon Lodge 310. We are glad you're here from your beautiful little town or city? Town. Thank you for being with us. And next we welcome the Ashburn Sterling Lodge 288. It began on May 10th, 1905, when a group of Master Masons from other local lodges met over a store near a railroad station, today known as the crossing of the W&OD Trail and Ashburn Road. Welcome. You know, we're getting a little more local here now. Our next group is from Annandale, Virginia. Did I get that correct? Sorry, we made a mistake. Lodge. All right. Naomi Lodge 87. We are so sorry for the error. They are from Norfolk, Virginia, and we thank you for being with us. Henry Knoxfield, John Blair Lodge. Thank you for being with us. I'm Janet Barnett, and this is John Porter. And who are you? All right, we thank you for being with us. Welcome. Certainly welcome this group of Masons who have come to join us in our annual celebration of George Washington's birthday. And today is a special day to commemorate the laying of the cornerstone in 1923 to George Washington, the son of Memorial. The oldest lodge.
Another Virginia Lodge. Welcome. Thank you. Elmer Timberman Lodge. Number 54. We got it. From Hamptondale, Virginia. Welcome. Long trip down Route 236. Arcadia Lodge? Acacia, oh, excuse me, I'm reading it wrong. Acacia Lodge number 16 from Clifton. As they call themselves, the best little lodge in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Kemper Macon? All right, Kemper Macon Ware Lodge number 64. Thank you for being with us. And Manchester 14. Mount Vernon. Thank you for being with us. Mount Carmel Lodge? Oh, Cochran Lodge, number 271. John T. Cochran was the founder of Cochran Lodge and Grand Junior Deacon in 1923 when the monument began its construction. He stood immediately behind President Calvin Coolidge as he spread the cement of brotherly love on the cornerstone of the memorial. 2 large pieces of stone from the memorial were presented to the lodge by the foreman in charge of construction and remain today at the front entrance of the Cochran Lodge. Welcome, thank you, some real good history there. Naomi Lodge? No, from where, please? Where, please? Oh, Prince George, Virginia. Welcome, thank you for joining us. Masons from all over the state.
Well, is this the Naomi Lodge?
Grand Lodge.
Washington? Give me a hint. District 21, 22, 24. Yay! Welcome, and we sincerely mean that. Thank you. Give us a hint. Arlington? Thank you for being with us. Tell us where you're from. Give us a hint. From Virginia. Richmond, Virginia. Just a little ride down 395, 2 hours away. Thanks for being with us. And let me say this, these guys are at the tail end of this parade, so they've been waiting a very long time with their unit to get all the way up here. So we are grateful to them, and we apologize for our faux pas, but we're doing the best. Grand Lodge of Washington. Woo! This group was formed in 1858 when Washington was still part of the Oregon Territory, long before Washington became a state. The first Washington legislature was founded called in Olympia, Washington. Its duly elected governor of Washington was a Mason and was the first state auditor. Masonry continues to attract men of high moral character and diversity and has over 150 lodges throughout the state of Washington. Thanks for coming across the country.
I see you now.
Yes? I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. We are honored. I know. We are honored to have you with us today on this very special day. I hope you're enjoying Alexandria. Thank you for being with us. West Virginia! Thank you for coming, West Virginia. There are a lot of Masons with us today.
We have a lot from Wisconsin representatives. We have 6 members with us today. Where in Wisconsin? All over the state. So this is the Grand Lodge. Gotcha. Thank you for being with us. Now we welcome the Kena Shriners of Manassas, Virginia, a fraternal organization based on fun and fellowship and the philanthropic effort of running 22 children's hospitals worldwide, accepting children up to the age of 18 at no cost. Shriners Hospitals for Children first opened in Shreveport, Louisiana in 1922. Welcome, Kena Shriners, and thank you for all you do. The Kena Highlander Pipes and Drum Corps supporting Manassas Shriners. These Kena Shriners are from Fairfax, Virginia. And again, Shriners have been instrumental in providing children's health care at no cost across our country. Hey, thank you for joining us.
Take care.
Thank you, Shriners. They're having more fun than they should have. Shriners, thank you. And the Colonel of Units. And we thank all the Shriners for all they've done. Now comes the Kena 500. Something we all look forward to each year for their demonstration. Again, part of the Kena Shriners from Manassas, Virginia. Stand back, folks. Watch out. Here they go. Again, having much more fun than they should have. But we do thank them for their great work in helping children in our country. Ouch! Great job, great job. Let's give them a round of applause.
Have fun, those guys.
Again, thanks to the Shriners for helping children across the country. Now, coming up on the reviewing stand is the RE Lee Camp number 726 of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. Thank you for joining us today. Next in line from Alexandria, the Pioneer Baseball Softball League. It's a locally run nonprofit organization serving children in our community for more than 60 years. Fully chartered by the Babe Ruth League, it offers baseball to youth ages 4 to 15 and is located in Virginia Babe Ruth District 7. Pioneer, using regulation competitive baseball rules, teaches skills, mental and physical development, of respect for the rules of the game, and basic ideals of sportsmanship and fair play. They are committed to providing players with the very best educational sports experience possible. It's their fundamental belief that every child with a desire to play baseball should be afforded the opportunity. And next, the Little Theater of Alexandria, founded in 1934, seeks to create a vibrant, thriving artistic space where their members in the greater community can engage in rewarding theatrical experiences that entertain, educate, and build community. The LTA began as a small play reading group that led to full productions. In 1939, the group bought a rickety former blacksmith shop located in Ramsey Alley between Lee and Fairfax Streets for rehearsal space and construction of sets and costumes. The theater has mounted over 450 productions since its founding. 90th birthday from Little Theater next year. Falun Dafa is a traditional practice of meditation and self-cultivation exercise. It has 4 sets of gentle movements plus meditation practice. It's based on the principles of truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. People who practice regularly find it brings them better physical and mental health, reduces stress and anxiety, increases level of energy and vitality, provides inner peace, and deepened morals. Falun Gong was first taught publicly in China in 1992 by Li Hongxi. The Falun Gong is now practiced in some 70 countries worldwide and has had its teachings translated to over 40 languages. You can go to falundafa.org for more information. Thank you for joining us today. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Not far behind are the William Ramsey cheerleaders. William Ramsey, located on the West End, Recreation Cheerleaders are an after-school organization that promotes athletics and education. The girls involved learn team building, athletics, and the importance of getting an education. Yay, Ramsey cheerleaders! The Alexandria Reserve Corps is a volunteer organization of local medical and non-medical volunteers who are ready to respond to public health emergencies. MRC volunteers strengthen the emergency preparedness and daily services of the Alexandria Health Department. Thank you for being with us. Round of applause. Welcome some vintage Army vehicles. We now welcome Coldwell Banker Realty, the Alexandria office, one of our major realty firms in our community. World Bankers, once again, are proud to participate in our birthday celebration. They serve the greater Washington and Alexandria area. Their offices are networked throughout the country and in 41 countries globally. They have more than 100 real estate professionals in the Alexandria office to serve your real estate needs. Thank you, Coldwell Banker, for joining us today. We want that Corvette later. We welcome Alexandria Dog Walk. The Alex Dog Walk happens April 29th this year at 8 a.m. in Old Town. You can register now at alxdogwalk.com. The organization grew from the recognition that dogs and their owners love spending time together in the greater outdoors and care deeply about the environment. Join Alex Dog Walk April 29th. We now welcome the Alexandria Kiwanis Club marching today with their sponsored clubs. The Alexandria City High School Key Club, the John Lewis High School Key Club, Thomas Edison High School Key Club, Bishop Ireton High School Key Club, and the Jefferson Houston Middle School Builders Club. You're welcome to join Kiwanis and make a difference in the lives of the students they serve. Thank you, Kiwanians, and thank you to all involved with Kiwanis. Followed now by the Knights of Columbus Potomac Assembly 2204, which includes the Basilica of St. Mary, St. Joseph, St. Louis, Good Shepherd, and Fort Belvoir Catholic parishes. Welcome, Knights of Columbus. Next up, approaching the stand, the Caribbean Cruisers Car Club. Their car club sponsored by Caribbean Pools, custom pool builders celebrating their 48th year in business in Alexandria. The club was formed in 2012. They meet at Caribbean Pools on Duke Street the first Wednesday of each month, where their cars are on display for everyone to come by and check them out. They hope to see you all this summer on any summer Wednesday night. We've got Corvettes, we've got Sunbeams, we've got Mercedes, Porsches, Mustangs. We've got them all. Welcome, Caribbean Cruisers. Got a Buick Riviera, Mazda. Got a truck in there too. Cadillacs, Porsches. Thank you, Caribbean Cruisers. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Caribbean Cruisers pass through, this concludes our parade today. You are again invited to the George Washington Masonic Memorial for an official reenactment of the laying of the cornerstone 100 years ago this year for the building to be constructed. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for staying in this wonderful city. We appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you next year. We also would like to thank the judges and the reviewing stand. And of course, a special thanks to President George Washington and his wife Martha for joining us. Happy birthday!